Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? Yeah, we got a couple things on our mind right now. First of all, I'm gonna explain to y'all about those Harper funds. It's a lot of conversation about the Harper fund. I'm gonna start with Mayor Neely inviting some pastors to talk about spending the Harper fund. I don't know what's wrong with him. That was a terrible move. Um, when I first heard of it, I was like, man, he finna get attacked from all sides. And I wasn't lying. You have the people from the north side of Flint that don't trust the pastors, asking why is you all having a meeting with them about the Harper funds, and then you got, I guess they from the Republican Party. I don't know. I assumed from some of their comments that they be making throughout the years that they got a little Republican in them. Uh, they out there screaming that, and I know it got to be some Republican in them because they screaming out he's spending all the money on the north side of Flint, and I don't see him doing nothing for the north side of Flint. No, no, no. Just saying, I don't see nothing. Uh, let's talk about how these Harper funds can be spent. Mayor, the administration, they can write a resolution up, and they need to get 5 votes. Once they get the 5 votes, then it can be implemented. A city councilman or woman can write a resolution up, get 5 votes to pass it, and if the mayor don't veto it, it happens. If the mayor vetoes something that one of our council persons put forward, then it can go back and the council can override it, but this time they're going to need 6 votes to override it, and then it becomes law. What I think is, I think we finna be at some serious stalemate, some serious stalemate. Um, I feel like when a city councilman come up with something that they can get 5 votes for, he's gonna veto it. Then they're not gonna get the 6 votes to override it. I may be wrong, but I don't think so. And then let's go to just him bringing up something and getting 5 votes. I don't think he got 5 rubber stamps right now. And from some of the conversations I've been hearing, he might only have 2 or 3 council persons that he can count on. I know he got one. Well, I can't even. We just have to wait to see when the votes come, because I can't really guarantee that when they all seem kind of, it's a lot of Don Kingish people in politics, and what I mean by that, when you're the champ, everybody want to be in your corner, but when you're down, don't nobody want to be around you. So we just gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see, because like I said, that decision that he made by calling a meeting about our Harper funds with the city council, that was serious. Yeah, I'm like I said, I didn't lie. He got attacked from all angles. All angles came at him, and still coming. And it's sad, but it's true that it went down like that. Now, let me talk about this 46 million dollar that's going to the 144 attorneys. That's also need to be included that up to 25% of every claim will go to the attorneys. It depends on what attorneys have what clients or whatever. Um, so what we need to do is find out the percentage that they're taking out, and then multiply and then subtract that from, so we can really find out how much money we still have to spend. We still have coming to us, because it's not it's not going to be. I don't know. It may come up to be more than 214 million. I don't know, but I know by the lawyers taking that that much of a percentage is going to really hurt the outcome that the residents is going to get. And it really don't matter how many residents qualify for it or not, because the more you get, the more they take. The final dollar amount, the final dollar amount is going to be the same as far as what the residents get and what the attorneys get. So we just got to wait and see how much they're going to have to lose all their claims on. And then you got another claim factor to where some of your medical expenses is going to be taken out. I'm still where I was the day that the newspaper announced that we was getting 600 million. Before the 14 million or 20 million was added in, before all the conversations, and I was like, opt out. We need a strong support to opt out. And I still say we should have opted out. We should have had a strong campaign to opt out. The lawyers played us like 411 pain victims. Oh, you've been treated bad. Oh, you need to sign up for the lawsuit. All they need to pay and all of this other stuff. But they never did say, how much do you think you deserve? How much should we be asking for? How much would you settle for? No questions like that. Uh, Apparently, they had some pushovers that was sitting down at the table known as Flint residents. Because I know a real Flint resident like me would have been telling them, man, y'all can't come to my city with this. Nah, y'all, we need billions. We need $6 billion. We need y'all to take care of everybody that got a Flint resident on their license or ID. We this right here, number one, half of Flint, maybe 75%, maybe 80% of Flint didn't opt in, didn't sign up for this lawsuit. That's number one. Number two is, once again, they never did speak to us. They never did ask us any questions as far as what do we feel we deserve and all of that. So on top of that, you got the number three reason. Everybody that signed up for the lawsuit ain't guaranteed something. They put limitations on how much you could get for your home. Oh, let me give y'all another example. The George Floyd family received 29 million for his wrongful death. How many people lost their lives because of the water crisis that ain't going to get $1 million? The family probably won't even get $1 million. Let me give y'all another example about how we being let down and pushed over. And I prayer to the family. With that Holbrook explosion, the neighbor is suing Consumer Powers for $50 million. Why can't nobody from the city of Flint get that kind of a turn? Now, this is what even sadder. I already said maybe 10-15% of the city or less signed up for this lawsuit. Why ain't nobody coming around there grabbing 1,000 people like me that didn't opt in? if I was an attorney, I would grab 1,000 people like me and I would represent them one by one if that's what's necessary. Uh, I feel sorry for the people who thought that they had a private lawsuit, who thought that they was going to have something to say as far as what they would settle for and all that, who didn't know that their private attorney was going to throw them in and throw them into this barrel with everybody else that opted in. A lot of people thought it was their firm against the state. Everybody pulled together. Everybody. That's what taking them so long to get everything together because they got to take care of all these different people, all these different accounts. It's a lot, but it's going to happen. The deadline for filling out your information is May the 26th. I think it's May the 26th. I I would suggest that everybody get their paperwork in by May the 1st and be able to say something. They gave us from January to May, January, February, March, April. So I say May, June, July, August, September. I say September, October. Y'all should be receiving y'all checks, or y'all will be finding out that y'all won't be receiving anything from the water settlement. Um, I really wish that everybody could get what they was hoping for, but I know we can't. I know y'all won't. I really wish that we had a real strong push to opt out. That was our, and it's clear as day. That was our only way of lifting our voice. I mean, think about how many times we done went to Ann Arbor doing court trial. I'm talking about with Judge Levy. I'm not talking about the tobacco that all of these people that are guilty as ever trying to cop out because of the statute of limitation. And I'm going to talk about that in a hot second. Uh, we gotta we gotta be better. We gotta be better prepared. We got another situation that could be brewing into a lawsuit that we need to start taking clusters right now. We need to go in that area over there where the Ajax plant is going to be built, and we need to test everybody over there. We need to as they put stuff in the air, their condition change. As they put stuff in the air, their condition change. As they put stuff in the air, their condition change. We don't need to wait to till it's affecting us and it's obvious what the thing is. We need to start forever. And see, that's something else about that. Uh, what I heard was to qualify, they only got to pass the first time. That's just the same thing they did when they switched to our water. They pulled their things out, but the water that was good hadn't ran out yet, and they knew that. But by the time the good water was gone and the bad water was coming in, these folks were nowhere to be found. I don't think nobody that was originally down there in that water plant drinking that water got water poison. And like I said before, it was already there. So when they did the switch, you got to make a whole lot of travel. You got to get rid of all of the old water, then you got to run the new water through. So that water that they drank was old water, fresh, good water that they never should have switched to the. They never should have switched out for the water from the Flint River. Never should have did it. Never should have. Never should have. Have supplied that plant. Have treated that water. All kinds of regulation violation. And there's no way that judge Elizabeth A. Kelly should drop any of the charges. There's no way that she should drop any other charges. And if she dropped any other charges, we need to uproar. And it will be Dana Nelson's fault if she dropped any other charges. And the reason why I say it will be Dana Nelson's fault and the Attorney General office, if any of the charges are dropped, because she created the outlet for them to use called statute of limitation. How did she do that? By dropping all of the charges once she got in office. And as a matter of fact, she didn't even immediately drop them. She didn't immediately drop them. And I'm going to say this again. We had a whole lot of Flint residents that stood up and applauded Dana Nelson's team when they said that they were dropping the charges. It was not enough evidence to win the case. None of that made sense to me then. None of it makes sense to me now. That meeting I will never forget. They didn't want Councilman Mays to speak. They made it very loud and clear that no elected officials could speak. And Eric Mays was the only elected official that everybody knew would be there. And guess what? He was the only elected official there. And he wasn't allowed to speak. Never forget that day. And people applauded when he wasn't allowed to speak. Now, let me tell y'all something about the water crisis movement. Wouldn't have went nowhere if it wasn't for Eric Mays. And for him to get Shachelle Young, to get her started on the case, and for her to go all around the world bringing in different attorneys and leaving a person like him away from the table that would tell these people, hey, man, even Shachelle Young, she got to take a fall for this. Because there's no way in the world you should have came back. You should have let your people that you brought here. It's 144, y'all. A lot of them do courtesy to you. There's nowhere in the world you should have let them say, give my people $600 million. We expected more from you. Let's just keep it real. Y'all been letting her get off the hook. Give her credit where credit is due. Credit is due, she got it started. Point the finger when you're supposed to point the finger. You didn't stand up and you didn't demand that we get taken care of. You allowed this weak, I don't have nothing good to say about this settlement, and I'm not gonna cut. But you didn't do any standing up. And for those people that wanted the spotlight and didn't want Eric Mays to speak, did y'all know that the water crisis standing up started in his living room? Everybody that was activists came to him. He gave them all advice, and then they all started moving in their own directions. I ain't calling out no name, but it was a whole lot of boisterous people that have been quiet for a long time. And because some of them are water warriors, maybe even original water warriors, I'm not going to say their name. But when the when they put hopefully they put a list out letting us know what residents receive what and who are the leading defendants are. Then that person will stand up and they had to talk to the people. They got to do some explaining. You know, why did you? I mean, like I said, no one stood up, and one of these activists turned quiet person attacked me on Facebook when I said, "Nah, we need billions," and they attacked me by saying that's all that they could afford. Wrong answer to the wrong person. I ain't buying that. I went in. I went in on her. Yes, I did. And I will go in on anybody that try to stand up there and defend the state for giving up these crumbs. I will. I'm not. You not cool with us. I'm not cool with you. That's just real talk. If you gonna stand, if you are a resident of the city of Flint who has been poisoned, and you try to speak up for the state that just kicked us to the curb, basically, you ain't right. And like I said, it's a lot of quiet people. Um, we gotta see what those quiet people dollar amounts gonna be. We gotta see if it was worth them being quiet. Um, we got a long way to go, folks. I'm praying for y'all, and I'm praying that everybody receives. And y'all can't do it. It's not enough money. And then, like I said, most of the city didn't opt in. Uh, they got the third line just because you opt in don't mean you are entitled to something. Like I said before, that language should have been rolled up to even if you wasn't in the lawsuit, prove to us that you lived in the city of Flint during the water crisis, and we're going to give you X amount of dollars off rip. Period. Those are the kind of attorneys that I was suspecting Trishelle Young to go and get. Not these attorneys that she brought in. It's sad that no attorney was asking their clients what did they want, what did they deserve. If I'm lying, state your claim. If I'm lying, state your claim. Say my attorney is so and so, and he was fighting for this, and maybe he was, but apparently he was outnumbered because a lot of people attorney wasn't fighting for us. Um, and I hope that the 46 million plus the percentages that they're taking from all of their client cases don't equal $214 million because they don't deserve $214 million split among 144 people. They don't deserve it. The prosecutors, the defense definitely don't deserve it because they're defending some killers, some ruthless, heartless killers that don't wanna pay. Is lying like they dumb as they dumb. Like they didn't know it was gonna happen. And it's all kinds of stuff, man. I hear the emails, it's all kinds of madness when it comes to this lawsuit and these people that we need to be fighting. Man, this is crazy, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody that showed up to the courtroom last Thursday. Was it last Thursday? I don't know. It wasn't too long ago. Last Thursday, Wednesday, something, but they all showed up. It was last week though. I know it. I know because this week is gonna this. So it was last Thursday. So it's been like 8 days. But all y'all who showed up, I salute y'all. I was there too. But let me say something for them over 99% of Flint that wasn't there. I don't feel y'all should have had to be there to find out what was going on. I feel like they should have been broadcasting that on ABC News. That should have been all over YouTube. People should be able to go and watch that whenever they want to at their own leisure. It should have been on all of the local channels. Um, the newspaper, the news should have been interviewing the less than 1% of the Flint residents that was in that. Well, that courtroom was crowded too, because it's little. It had no choice, but it was crowded. It was enough of us there, but none of us received an interview. I ain't want one, and I knew if they was giving interviews, I wasn't gonna be one of the ones to get picked for an interview, because I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something slick, and they ain't with that right now. And I understand it's a game. We just on different ends. It's a play. Remember, it's a play called Flint. What's going on now is just a chapter. They are in a chapter of statute of limitation or move forward. That's what chapter we're in now. So they're going to come back and bring up, I think it's 3 or 4 more that's got to say that they need their charges dropped because of the statute of limitation. And then you got your prosecutor, one of the prosecutors, like I said, it's 144, excuse me, it's 144 altogether. So we'll probably have a different prosecutor every time they go up in front of the judge. I don't know. They'll probably have a different defense witness attorney every time one of them take a stand. I heard it was more defense attorneys than it was prosecutors. I don't know. I really don't know, but all I know is all of that's coming out of the law settlement, the 600 million. What is 600 and what 14 or something? I don't know, whatever. But it ain't enough. Should have been 6 billion to start with. 6 billion to start with. Every citizen of Flint getting at least $10,000 off of this from the state. Then you got to throw $6 trillion, $7 trillion from the federal government. At the end of the day, every resident in the city of Flint would have came away with $50,000. When you add what you got from the state with what you got from the federal, and from what I'm hearing, because I didn't opt into this lawsuit, so as far as all of the details of how they're moving, I'm not 3,000% on. But what I'm hearing is, if you opted into this lawsuit, you can't even sue the federal government. And I hope that's not true, but I could see that Blair being slick. Just like you losing the printed sentence of your account to some attorney that already been paid. Slick. Should have been telling you that from day one. Like I said, from day one, should have been asking you what you wanted, asking you what you expected. Should have been telling you about all of your deductions. They should have been knowing off a rip. Look, we finna send you to all these doctors, and we're gonna deduct that before we pay you. You should have been told that from day one. Take these land scan tests, and we're gonna deduct it from your pay, from your payout. None of this. None of this. victims of the 411 pain. Oh, you've been done wrong. Oh, stand up. Oh, sign up. And I think on that piece of paper to sign up that they was asking for 33% of your earnings. So
You at
right
the
now,
30, Rich.
huh?
You at the 30.
I'm at the 30. Yep, I'm gonna be done in a couple more seconds. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it for now. But y'all remember, y'all gotta be smart, and we gotta be cause this ain't the last time the city finna get ran over, and we just gotta be smarter in our stances. We gotta get behind the right people. We gotta see through. We gotta use common sense. If everybody would have used common sense, we wouldn't have had this problem we was in because they would have been like, oh man, these people ain't opting in. These people ain't opting in. We gotta give them more. We need to sit down and talk to them a little bit. This ain't getting it. But they 411 paid us. Well, you gotta sign up and look where we are now. Anyway, peace out. I hope everybody when they receive their settlement check is close to satisfied because I don't think too many of us gonna be happy. Um, I want to be tracked down on the lead complainants versus the common citizen when it comes to claim, and I'm gonna let it go with that. Oh, tomorrow Saturday, right? 8 o'clock in the morning, I will be live on on my Facebook page. I'm gonna be recording a Pastor Tailkill show. Uh, we're going live right here on 810 Music. 810 News Media. I'm thinking about going to the studio after I get done here, but anyway, 810 News Media Group. We'll be going live at what time, Nick? You said you want to go live at 9.
Nah, we said, you doing, I don't know about that time, 10, 11, sometime up in there.
Well, we can do it at 9 from 9 to 9:30, or we can do it from 10 to 10:30.
10 to
I'm not gonna
10:30.
I'm not gonna do my show from 9:30 to 10 because that's when AC Dumas does his.
Nah, let's just do it at
Yeah.
10 to 10:30. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we'll do it at 10 to 10:30. I'm not gonna interfere with AC Dumas show at all. That's never gonna happen. I would never do a Saturday show at 10 o'clock. I mean at 9:30 to 10. It won't happen.
All right, then, good brother. I'll be hollering at you.
Okay. Peace out, everybody.